Alright, this is a jigsaw puzzle generator I found on the web. I think I found this listed on the Next Wave forums. Anyway, there's the link for it. JustRawEdit.com, and there's that one there. But basically, you can make this, about any size you want it. I just wanted it square, so I went 300 by 300, and then click like that, and it goes like that, and 1 to 15 tiles. So let's just say I wanted it. Let's say 12 tiles by 12. And let's just see what that generates. And so, that went like that. I didn't want that many because these probably be put together by kiddos. So let's just say we wanted that many. So we could have been done as easy as 6 by 6, as you can see. And that's probably pretty close to what I ended up using on this puzzle maker. But anyway, it'll generate that, and you just download it, and it just creates a importable file. So we'll do that right there, and then we'll just open the file, and there it is there. If you just save that and import that into Aspire, which we'll go ahead and show, and jigsaw emblem, and there we go there. Oops. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 5 is how many tiles that I went with. Let's go ahead and turn our tool pass off so you can just kind of get an idea of where that's at. And then the emblem was there, and that's just a piece of clip art that I generated with all of the different size vectors in it. And that, so let's just show you what the size of that is. It is, let's see here. Yeah, about basically 12 inches by 12 inches. It's pretty much what it is. Let's go over here and just generate a preview and have a look at it and just see you preview all toolpaths. And of course, if I tell this to burn this again and preview the all toolpaths, it'll get a little bit darker. Let's hit it 3 or 4 times and it'll get just a little bit darker each time. And anyway, so that's kind of that. Basically, what I did is I went ahead and laser etched the Ranger, and then I put this on my waffle board on my laser on my shark, and then I went in and cut out the pieces, just left it all together, and that went real well. Just click the preview. We're going to just tell it to preview the selected toolpath. And that was that one once. Okay, we're going to tell that one there, which is preview the selected toolpath. I'm going to burn it a few times until it gets pretty dark. I don't know if it'll keep on doing that. Generally, it'll get a little darker. But anyway, so that's that. And then as far as the settings, 20% power. I've got a 20-watt atom stack. It's a shark atom stack. 100% move speed, just cutting on my standard stuff, and my Next Wave laser. And that was that one. And then for the cutout, I'm using 100% with a move speed of 8, and it cut through it pretty good. It didn't have to burn it too bad. It burned it a little bit, but not too bad. And of course, whenever you cut this out, I ran it, cleaned it with some denatured alcohol. Just wiped down all the pieces, the edges, so it didn't get all sooty everywhere. But anyway, so we did that, and then, did pretty good. I do want to remind you when you set your calculation that you put on a laser, your rapid Z, put it to 0.0001 so that it's not going up and down between all of those. And you need to always check that for the laser, otherwise it. And I did make a mistake of having my datum down here into the corner, which caused me to have a little bit of a glitch there in the first one. I stopped it before it did too much, but when I was starting that, I thought, well, that's off center. But anyway, I went ahead and went off on the center on that. I just like doing that and go that kind. So I'm gonna say no on that, and anyway, worked out good. as you could see, the project came out good, and then took me, like I said, an hour and a half of painting. So I've got several hours, 3 hours or so into this project. I could create another one. I was thinking about making some kits uh, as giveaways, like door prize, giveaways to the people coming in the derby. And that way the kids can sit there and paint all these little parts. It's kind of like a coloring book with some acrylic markers. Have some fun with that. All right, this is a puzzle that I made yesterday, and it didn't take very long. It took maybe 15-20 minutes for the laser to cut all the parts out, and they went together pretty easy. It's just a 1/4 inch floor underlayment plywood. It's got little X's on the back end of it. Anyway, it cut it out pretty quickly, and I had etched the Royal Ranger emblem into it as well with the laser, and I just etched it, and then I cut it with this, and that's a 12 by 12 inch piece of 1/4 inch plywood, and maybe 14 inches, I can't remember. But anyway, so then after I did that, I went around and at first I went around it with Sharpies, and the Sharpies, they were fine, but they weren't very heavy. And so then I went to this Walmart and picked up some acrylic markers, which is these right here in this little box here. And then I picked up an extra brown one along with that for the colors. And I got this whole thing painted with this, with the exception of the red. I'm not sure if I had enough of the red in there to paint the whole thing with that, or the white. And so I picked up this red and this red. Now this red that's here is just a flag red, and there it is there, and this is right here, this red. And you can't really tell what color of red it is by just simply the lid, because there's that and there's that. So it's fairly close. I probably could have done a little bit better job of matching, but as you can see right here, I've got a little bit done. So kind of made that go into play there at the top. And anyway, so that came out pretty good. It's not professional by any means, but I'm not an artist. So anyway, then after I did all that, and I used the markers and went through there, and I marked it. Spent probably an hour and a half marking through it, going around the letters. I just used the yellow for the letters, and I went around it with the red. This one right here, and it did all right. The whites, I had to went around it with a white pen, and then I used the paint from here and this brush, and got in there and just of course it's water, thinner. Just a little water and a paper towel to kind of keep it clean, and then went through it and over that. And then when I was all done with that, I let it dry for an hour or so, and it's acrylic paint. And then I went over it with this lacquer. Now, for some reason, the blue ran, and it bled out into the white. I don't know why it did that, but it did. And then I went back over it just a little while ago, and went around it with the pen, this pen here, the white pen, and went around all of the blues. Some of it I touched up the browns and stuff, but I didn't really necessarily have to do that. I just did it just because I was fiddling with it. Anyway, came out pretty cool. It's a nice little puzzle, and that's kind of one of them things that you put together and it came out good. I got this puzzle generator off the web, and then I just loaded into Aspire, and then I dropped on my graphics that I converted into vectors and scaled it, and there we go. So coming out pretty good. And some of the other things that I picked up was some brushes, some brown and some black, and I I don't know. I might have been better off to probably paint that with the spray enamel instead of the lacquer. I don't know if that would have helped it from bleeding. I'm not sure. But anyway, it came out fine. It looks good. And uh, yeah, it's a cool puzzle. So there's a prize for Royal Rangers.